Coach, I mean, congratulations.
Thank
To
you.
come to Kumasi, the home of the league leaders, to win and not to concede. How would you sum up your team's performance today?
Well, we really worked towards this game. Even on our game against Mediama, I was still working on Kotoko because I've never worked in Ghana before. This is my first time to work in Ghana. So it took me a little while to watch their videos, their last games, to really prepare on them because the system they are playing is exactly the system I'm trying to build with the team. But I realized that they've mastered it, so I have to change the system and adopt a system that we can win. But now we've agreed on a motto that if we don't score, we don't concede. So I believe my boys, they really work according to the instructions, and in fact, they did what we are expecting.
Yeah, some of the defending today was brilliant from Ensu, Anochibedu, from Abla, from Justice. It was superb the way they defended today.
Yes, when I came, I really started because getting a new job without games left, you have to start everything. So I started with a goalkeeper. I tried to work. Unfortunately, my number one was in the national team. He just came. So I worked from the right back, left back, everything. We start everything all over again. Because taking an assignment like this, you can't build up. So you have to start like a national assignment. So that's what we did, and then we work out.
And your goalkeeper was brilliant today. He's actually the man of the match, Obin Sachere. He had an amazing game today.
Yeah. In fact, you can see how the way they were carrying me. We really talk about this game, and the boys promised me that, coach, we're going to make you proud, and that's exactly what they've done. So I really appreciate my boys, and thanks to God for the win.
Yeah, what about the finish from Kelvin Obin? How good was that?
You can see we were down by a goal, and then the system we're playing changed. So I decided, okay, now we have to go with this system so that I'll get 3 in the midfield, and then 1 up front, since we are down by a player. So that is what it works out. And then Kevin knows that's exactly what I asked him to do, and that's what he did, and then we got a goal. So I know definitely we're going to get a goal at the end of the day.
Finally, you made 2 very early substitutions in that first half. What was the thinking that went into it? You brought it out in Dego and others early in the first half.
Okay, you can see it was on and off. Sometimes the Kotoko will up the game, will go down. I realized that no, there's an error from those positions, so I quickly made that change before we concede. So that's what happened, and you can see the change I did took very effective in all the positions. So it's something that we work on, and the boys, none of them was frowning or anything because they agree. We spoke about it that you can go in for some few minutes. We don't wait first half before making a change. It's up to the situation and how the game is going. So that is what exactly we work on, and then we got it.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Coach Ogum, commiserations on the defeats to begin with, but not a Kotoko team we've seen in recent weeks, but it's been a reoccurrence in your last 3 home games, losing to Legon Cities, then drawing to Diana Stars in the manner in which you drew. And this defeat, after your opponent went down by a man, the home form is slipping away or sliding away a bit. How would you describe this one, and why is that?
Yeah, in the first place, I think when you are playing at home, you need to show a lot of urgency in your play. We somewhere in the first half, I think we showed that we tried as much as possible to make sure that we keep the ball high up in their area to create those spaces around them. They had a solid defense, tried to block those final passes into those spaces, which made it very difficult for us to actually have clear chances at goal. But as to why, I think when you play at home, definitely you need to try as much as possible to play double your effort, because the opponents are coming to play Kotoko. You know, every team coming to play Kotoko comes with triple effort. Apart from that, there are a few issues of injuries here and there. Most of the players are not really well, which shouldn't be the case, because once you are selected to come and play, you have to be able to deliver. So apart from those injury situation issues, I don't think we should have any excuse about how we play at home recently.
Yeah, and today your top marksman, Etuga, who has scored 19 goals, incredible season he's had, missed some opportunities. Many would say on another day he scores. Is he suffering from maybe loss of confidence from those 2 penalties he missed in the last time your team played here?
I don't think so, because right after that, I've been engaging him. I've been talking to him that he's the top scorer of the league, and it happens. I mean, if you look at recently, it happened to Benzema when he also missed twice from the spot. By the next game, he scored. So I use some of these scenarios to let him understand that he's not the first person to be in such a situation. So he should try as much as possible to forget about it and make sure that he focuses on the next game. And he's been smiling, he's been looking good at training. Today, just that, I don't know, he just couldn't get those balls behind the net when he got those chances.
The home form has to improve, Coach. You've touched on reasons why. I mean, it hasn't worked in the last couple of games, but something needs to be done to change and improve the performance. What do you think has to be done rapidly to get that wins back?
I think the players need to gather the courage to be able to play in such situations. They need to be very confident. You can't play Kotoko and you can't play on your own home grounds. They need to gather that courage and be able to play. And we also need our supporters to be behind us. I mean, it's a league. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you come down. Once we come down, it doesn't mean that's the end. They need to be behind us. This is not the time for them to distance themselves from us. This is the time we need them most. A team needs the supporters most when things are not going well, when we are not getting the results for them. So I will entreat them. I will plead with the supporters to be behind the team. And there shouldn't be so much blame game as to this person. Once you try to single out so many players, it affects them physically, mentally, and working on them becomes very difficult. So they are the same players that got us to where we are, but they are not finding their rhythm. If you come to training, we train very well. Everybody trains very well, but when we are playing at home, we don't find our rhythm. So they need to be behind us. Once they are behind us, I'm sure we can bounce back. We have a few more games to play, 1 home game. The rest are on the road. We only have to make sure that we get their support, and then we'll get the points.
Finally, before you go, in the week, the GFA released a disciplinary committee report on match fixing that implicated one of your players, Richmond Lamptey. What's the club's position on the match fixing and the release? And how is the club backing, or why has the club backed Lamptey?
For that one, I don't want to comment about it. But for the player, I've spoken with him. I've made him to understand that as a coach, I'm behind him. And you saw when he came in, even though he's lost his match fitness, but when he came in, he brought some urgency into the game. As to the legal aspect and what have you, I leave it to the administrative people within the club to handle it. So I don't want to comment about that.
All right, Coach. Very well said. Commiserations on the defeat. All the best in subsequent games. Thank